In deadlines, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Ethiopia will strengthen efforts for access to sea peacefully. And ministry report is strong progress in project quality economic reform implementation. Hello, this is ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Santayo Tamirat with the news. Stay tuned. Ethiopia will continue to strengthen efforts for sea access legally and through dialogue until this goal is met, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said. In his interview with ABC, the Prime Minister expressed regret the way Ethiopia lost a port. Ethiopia has not had a port over the past 3 decades, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said, underscoring the idea that Ethiopia needs to have access to the sea is not a recent agenda. As a landlocked country, Ethiopia has endured challenges to a great extent, Abiy said. Against the international frameworks on world landlocked countries, glaring injustices have been committed against Ethiopia, and this issue requires swift solution, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed underscored. Recall that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, in his briefings to the House of People's Representatives on October 2024, said that Ethiopia needs a seaport on the Red Sea in a peaceful manner. According to his explanations on access to the sea, the Prime Minister revealed Ethiopia's firm position on access to the sea. The government's unwavering position on access to the sea is clear. With a growing economy of 120 million people and surrounded by waterways, Ethiopia deserves access to the sea peacefully. Ethiopia's quest for sea access is fair and legitimate, the Premier underlined. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed held a consultative meeting with representatives of the business community from across Ethiopia. The discussion builds on a series of previous engagements held at zonal, regional, and city levels. According to the Prime Minister, the national level platform was established to gather and respond to the concerns and insights of the business sectors across all tiers. Prime Minister Abiy further noted that the meeting aimed to incorporate the representatives of business leaders as valuable input into the country's ongoing development efforts and national planning process.
EBC World, the new voice of Pan-Africanism, has finalized its preparations to keep you posted on new developments, trending issues, and sundry other aspects in English, French, and Arabic. EBC World, your voice of Pan-Africanism, is coming to you live in multi-media formats, including television, radio, and dot stream, promoting Ethiopia and Africa using news, analysis, and programs, using state-of-the-art technology. EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism.
The United States Ambassador to Ethiopia, Ervin Masinga, stressed the need to finding ways to urgently reinvigorate cessation of hostilities agreement to facilitate disarmament and reintegration. On November 2, 2022, the Pretoria Peace Agreement marked a historic step toward ending the war in northern Ethiopia. Immediately following the peace agreement, the federal government implemented significant actions to quickly restore a range of services in the region, such as banking, airlines, and telecommunications, as well as the reconstruction of infrastructure, enabling the people to witness the benefits of peace accord. The United States played a role in facilitating this accord, ensuring that peace was restored in the region. In an interview with the Ethiopian news agency, the United States Ambassador to Ethiopia, Ervin Masinga, praised the agreement for its effectiveness in silencing the guns in the Tigray region.
Let's start with applauding the Pretoria Agreement, which brought silence to the guns in that terrible war, has restarted services to Tigray.
And the ambassador calls for urgent reinvigoration of disarmament in Tigray region of Ethiopia.
finding ways to urgently reinvigorate the cessation of hostilities agreement and the element of allowing people to go home, along with disarmament and reintegration and the other elements of COHA, is incredibly important.
Ethiopia and India have unveiled a strategic roadmap to enhance bilateral cooperation in the mining sector, focusing on mineral trade and investment opportunities. Indian ambassador to Ethiopia also affirmed the readiness of his country to support Ethiopia in mining development through investment capacity building and technology transfer. Jerusalem Bes'a has more from Ethiopian News Agency.
Ethiopia and India are deepening their economic ties with the launch of a joint study aimed at unlocking Ethiopia's vast mineral potential, a move expected to boost trade and investment between the two nations. The report, titled Export Opportunities for Potash, Precious and Semi-Precious Stones, Rare Earth Elements, Metals and Minerals from Ethiopia to India, was officially unveiled in Addis Ababa by Ethiopia's State Minister of Mines, Milion Mathios, and Indian Ambassador to Ethiopia, Anil Kumar Rai. In his remarks, the State Minister emphasized the historical ties between Ethiopia and India.
Our vision is clear. We don't seek extractive transaction. We seek enduring partnership towards mutual beneficial business. India's duty-free trade preference schemes offer a major opportunity, with over 98% of Ethiopian mineral export eligible for zero duty access. Indian business can access high quality resources at competitive terms.
The State Minister also highlighted that while India is already a key trading partner, Ethiopia's mineral sector is just beginning to tap its full potential. He said the government is actively reforming regulations to attract more investment and ensure that mineral exports include not just raw materials, but also value-added products.
But this must not be a one-sided opportunity. For Ethiopia, it is crucial that our exports include not just raw ores, but value-added products, cut and polished stones, processed rare earth elements, and certified metals. This is how we build skills, industries, and livelihoods in our country. To our Indian partners, we invite you to work with us not only as buyers, but as collaborators through joint venture, technology transfer, and local value creation. Together we can grow business that benefits both economies and, more importantly, both people.
On his part, Indian Ambassador to Ethiopia, Anil Kumar Rai, admired the remarkable growth of Ethiopia's mining sector.
Because of the homegrown economic reforms 2.0, the mining sector has been identified as a pillar of growth, and in a very short span of time, maybe 3 years, the export of mining products have increased from roughly $400 million to $3.2 billion. So this is a phenomenal achievement by Ethiopia.
According to the ambassador, India is ready to support Ethiopia in mining development through investment, capacity building, and technology transfer.
There are multiple sectors where in the multiple subsectors in the mining industry where India can cooperate, and through this study we have identified the areas and also the issues which needs to be addressed to make the Ethiopian mining sector the world-class sector. To start with, we as a country have potential to contribute from reconnaissance, exploration, prospecting, mine development, logistics, and also the beneficiation process.
Ethiopia's abundant mineral resources include potash, rare earth elements, precious stones, and industrial minerals, which are crucial for India's fertilizer needs and clean energy technologies, it was learned. Furthermore, the report serves as a roadmap for mutual growth, identifying strategies for trade facilitation and supporting the development of a sustainable mining ecosystem in Ethiopia.
And in the business news, Ethiopian Ministry of Finance reported substantial progress in the quality and speed of project implementation, emphasizing the positive outcomes of the government's recent macroeconomic reforms. During a briefing on the status of the reforms and key economic developments, Minister of Finance Ahmed Shide stated that both the pace and quality of government-led projects have accelerated in the past 7 years. Shagai Matau has a report on this from Ethiopian News Agency again.
During a briefing on the status of the reforms and key economic developments, Minister of Finance Ahmed Shide says that the pace and quality of government-led projects have accelerated in the past 7 years because of the positive outcomes of the government's recent macroeconomic reforms. The minister has credited the leadership of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for the effective execution of these initiatives. Shide highlighted the remarkable progress of road construction, irrigation development, education and health projects, underscoring the government's strong commitment to infrastructure development.
The past 7 years have been a marked improvement in the speed and quality of project implementation across multiple sectors. For example, the road construction projects are performing well. The construction of over 22,000 kilometers of roads are currently underway. This demonstrates the government's strong commitment to infrastructure development. There are also improvements in irrigation development, with several projects nearing completion and delivering promising results. Likewise, tourism destination developments are being executed on schedule and to a high standard, with many sites already operational. In the social sector, the performance of education and health projects are excellent, with many initiatives showing tangible benefits and meeting public service delivery goals.
On the macroeconomic front, the minister pointed out that the transition to a market-based foreign exchange rate system has significantly reduced policy-related pressures, noting a sharp decline in smuggling and a rise in gold exports.
On the macroeconomic front, the transition to a market-based foreign exchange rate system has significantly reduced policy-related pressures. A sharp decline in smuggling, particularly the gold trade, where domestic transactions have now been legalized. As a result, gold exports have risen and the shift of mineral products into the formal market has been successful. Ethiopia's regional integration efforts has also been progressing. There are advancements in infrastructure, energy supply connections with neighboring countries, which are expected to continue strengthening as part of Ethiopia's regional cooperation strategy.
Turning to fiscal matters, the minister outlined the government's draft budget for the 2018 Ethiopian fiscal year, noting it is developed based on macroeconomic forecasts, projected revenue capacity and the country's expenditure needs.
The government's draft budget for the 2018 Ethiopian fiscal year is developed based on macroeconomic forecasts, projected revenue capacity, and the country's expenditure needs. This budget is vital for sustaining ongoing development projects, maintaining essential social subsidies, and ensuring macroeconomic stability. We are committed not to borrowing directly from the National Bank in the coming fiscal year, reinforcing our dedication to responsible economic management. The budget aligns with the comprehensive macroeconomic fiscal framework, which is designed to support broad development goals while ensuring continuity in public services and infrastructure expansion.
The minister concluded by affirming that the macroeconomic reform agenda is delivering strong results across all key performance indicators, contributing to robust economic growth and improved public service outcomes.
And a reminder of top stories. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Ethiopia will strengthen efforts for access to sea peacefully. And Ministry reports strong progress in project quality, economic reform implementation. Thank you so much for watching us. This is EBC World. I'm Stauta Murat with the news. Thank you. See you.